How you doing, Infamous Living Room Network? It's Trent Henderson. Thank you so much for tuning in. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. I got a really interesting topic I want to talk to y'all about, and that is the truth about manifesting miracles, folks. Um, Coming from a Bible point of view, how God used the character in the Bible who we know today as Jesus. It was said that Jesus performed all these miracles. I think it was about 32, 33 miracles in the Bible. And God used him to perform these miracles. And when we hear the word miracle, folk, we think about religion. We think about religion when we hear the word miracle. But like, the more I begin to grow as an individual in my consciousness, in my own journey, I began to realize, dang, that's like manifestation. It's like Jesus was performing manifestations. You know what I mean? He was performing manifestations when you really think about it. But see, I didn't understand this part, this aspect of like understanding what manifestation was until I actually learned about the law of attraction. When I learned about the law of attraction, I'm like, yo, this is practically the same stuff that I was learning as a little boy when I was going to church. Okay, they tell you to believe and set an intention and set a desire. That's like faith, that word that we call faith in church. You know what I mean? And then it's like be happy. Oh, that was the shouting and all the entertainment and stuff and all the singing, the choir, the praise team. That was happy. And then allowing it. That's when you leave church and you happy and you go do all the bad things over again. Yeah, you just allow it to happen. Yeah, like that. But anyway, yeah, and so at that time in my life when I was little, you know what I'm saying, I could probably say I guess I was a Christian. I was a Christian or whatever, and I was just trying to really find myself, and that was just the place that helped me find myself was church. I was at the beginning stages of finding who I was and trying to figure out what is there that I can believe in is bigger than me. And I guess church was the best thing for me at that time. I mean, it's better to go to church than not go anywhere to get any type of learning. Even if you're not on the Infamous Living Room Network, I would suggest you to get into a church. I really would. But this is my journey, and this is my path, and these are my opinions on what I believe in. So I do not want any type of negative religious comments in the very bottom in the comment section. REM Team, I know that's not you, but if you're new to the Infamous Living Room Network and you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe over here in the bottom right hand corner. If you want to manifest things into your life, if you're all about making yourself better so that you can make other people's lives better and the world a better place, make sure you subscribe. But REM Team members, let's show them how we do this. Let's go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to confirm that you will receive this full message by the end of this video. Okay, so yeah, I grew up in church and whatnot, and I was just always that little kid that was like actually listening to what the pastor was saying. I wasn't a kid that was like playing around. Like, I don't know if you was like that too. Were you paying attention like that too? Speak up, let your voice be heard, leave a nice comment below. But yeah, I was like actually paying attention to what was being said, because I'm the type of person where it's like, okay, if I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna get knowledge and learning from somebody, I'm gonna make sure that this person is not deceiving me. I'm gonna make sure that everything this person is saying is not lies. It better be right, because I'm studying you. I'm seeing you with my third eye open as a little kid. And so now I had a great pastor when I was younger, but I went to many different churches. But they had this text literature reference thing called the Bible, folks. And when I was really younger, I did not understand the Bible. I mean, I read it. I showered myself in it. I bathed in it. I ate spaghetti while I was reading it, spilling spaghetti on the Bible pages. I had my feet kicked up with my shoes. I was watching TV, reading the Bible. I had my room door closed. Do not come in my room. It's sacred in here. The Holy Spirit is in here. Don't touch my door. I'm reading my Bible. Like, I was really serious. And I didn't really understand the Bible. I didn't even really understand the Bible like I thought I would. I just, when I was reading the Bible, when I was younger, I'm 29 now, but when I was like in my teenage years and I was reading the Bible, I always felt like there was something more to know. It's like I was reading the scriptures and it was great and all, but it's like there's something that I could not understand. I mean, my spirit was longing to understand something about reading the scriptures, but it wasn't connecting. And so what I did was I went and got another Bible. Well, actually, I think my grandmother bought me a Bible because she was really big in church or whatever, and it was called The Message. The Message. I'm gonna have that Bible posted in the description section if you want to check out that Bible too to see what I'm talking about, or buy it or whatever. But it was called The Message, and that helped me understand, church and this religious stuff, different than what I was taught. You know what I mean? Because I could see it from a different perspective. Just because somebody switched up some words and made the same words as the same words of the original words, it's like I could understand it better. And it even got so deep that I even went and got like a spiritual warfare Bible. I mean, I have this Bible in my room. Like, I don't really read it like I used to, but that's because I like literally drowned myself in reading the Bible when I was younger. So it's like it ain't nothing to read no more but the same old stories, so, but I keep it in there because it's like it means something to me. It was a part of my life where I was going through some things and I was dealing with some things. I never forget, my journey, my path in the beginning stages of how I became who I am now. And the same thing with you. I'm pretty sure that's why you're here right now. Once again, speak up, let your voice be heard if you are from a religion, or if you were partaking in any religious gatherings or whatever when you were younger, or if you still do. And so I'm not religious anymore. I would say nowadays I'm more spiritual. And I think that, me personally, coming from my opinion, my life, I personally think that, religion is really simply just trying to understand spirituality, and religion is the medium. Religion is the medium. Religion is the practice of actually going somewhere amongst a lot of other people, day after day or every day throughout the week or whatever. I don't know how often you go to church or whatever, or if you don't go to church, that's cool, but I think that religion and spirituality are two different things. I think spirituality is what we all are partaking in every day. Every day in life is a spiritual journey. Everything is like spiritual, although it is mental too, but I think religion is something that you get in because of maybe tradition or something. Like, it was passed down from generation to generation, and now you do it because your parents did it or their parents did it, and y'all go here and meet here because people before you did it, and so you just started doing it. And so there's nothing wrong with that, because everybody's different. We all come from different backgrounds. I always say to people this, I grew up in a Baptist church. Well, it was wild in there. A whole bunch of black people together in the church. Oh Lord, that boy, I ain't even gonna do it. I'm gonna stay serious. But just imagine if you grew up in another part of the country. Like, let's say Afghanistan or Iraq, and you grew up in the Muslim traditions. You would be Muslim because you had no control over what skin color you would be, right? Only God can do that. Only God, can say whether or not he wants to raise you up in this area, in this demographic over here, versus being over here where the people are Christian. So for us to be hating on other religions, or if people are out there hating on other religions, it really don't make no sense, because most people that actually partake in religions, they really didn't have a choice from the beginning with. You see what I'm saying? It's just like they just got into it because other people around them were doing it. And so I was there at that point, and I'm still there with my spirituality. And I do believe that there is something bigger than us. I believe in the source. I believe in the universal God controlling all things. You know what I'm saying? But I won't sit here and say, that religion is bad and not like me because they do things differently. No. The God that helps me, I think this God that helps me help everybody else, don't it? Am I right? Come on now. Give me a thumbs up. But so let's talk a little bit more about the stories of Jesus. Like, in the Bible, folks, it's just a lot of stories in the Bible where it was like God was helping this character called Jesus. Now, if you ask me today, I would tell you that Jesus was, the story of Jesus was a lot of symbolicness in there. It was a lot of symbolic things in there. Like, I don't think that everything was literal. I don't think that everything was literally happening like it said it was happening. Like when it said like Jesus turned water to wine, like instantly, like poof, the water just turned to wine, and then everybody started drinking it and getting drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe that. But like, when you young in spirituality, when you just not learning spirituality, you think that that's really what happened, because you don't understand the difference between make believe and what's real. You see what I'm saying? But it's like the more you are able to endure on your spiritual journey, you begin to see things from a different perspective. versus just one linear perspective. Oh, the water changed the wine. Oh, that means it just changed the wine. No, you start to see it from multiple different meanings as to like something changing from one compound to another. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I came to realize, on my journey. And Jesus, the stories of Jesus in the Bible, if I can remember back, like I don't really know none of the scripture stuff by heart, like Matthew chapter 1 verse 3. Oh, turn to Matthew. Oh, turn to Luke chapter verse 4. Matthew, Luke, Deuteronomy, turn to. I can't recite scriptures. Like I can't recite scriptures, but I can tell you, the feeling behind every story that was going on in the Bible. I just know the meaning and the truth as to everything that happened in the Bible. I know what it meant without having to even be able to state scriptures. I just know what it means. And so like for instance, I'm gonna tell y'all, like, it's a story I can remember in the Bible where it says Jesus had on this big long robe, right? It was a long robe. I don't know, in my mind I'm thinking it looked like a like one of those wedding dresses or something. Like, but anyway, so he was walking through this town and this lady seen him, because Jesus was like a famous person. He was like a celebrity, you know what I mean? In according to the Bible, the scriptures, he was like a celebrity, and everybody wants to be around a celebrity. You know how celebrities are, and people go around, that's him right there. That's Jesus right there. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? He was really a celebrity, and it was said that this lady who was watching Jesus, I don't know, she was having trouble with her life or whatever, and Jesus was so powerful in the Bible. It was like if you touch, the lady touched his robe. Like, I think it was like she was crawling through a crowd of people because he was so like overpopulated by a whole lot of people trying to get to him. And I think she was like going between the legs of people or whatever. I don't know. That's what I was imagining in my mind when I read that scripture when I was little. And she touched his robe and she was healed. Like, she was healed. You see what I'm saying? But if you ask me now what that means, I would say, it's a lady who actually had faith that if she could just touch him, then she would be healed. And so when you think about things like manifestation, for instance, like where in the scripture it said, like, if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. Now, when I was young, I'm like, Ma, how can I move a mountain when I thought about that for so long. I thought about what it means to have the faith of a mustard seed and moving a mountain. Like, I did not get it for years. And then when I finally like had some like type of old grown people learning in my body, in my spirit, and my soul, I started to realize that if I switch my perspective on what I see as a mustard seed versus a mountain, this is manifestation. Basically, you saying that if I'm able to believe just a little bit, things will start moving out my way from me, and I'll begin to manifest what it is that I want, right? That's it. I mean, that's it. So, the stories of Jesus, only thing Jesus was doing in the Bible was he was showing people through miracles, if you believe, you can receive. It's as simple as that. And I see, the thing I think that a lot of people have, when reading the Bible and stuff, I think that since Jesus, like, for instance, Jesus was doing things, it was so simple for him to, like, raise people from the dead, and it was so simple for him to do miracles and perform miracles that I think it just went over a lot of people's heads because they were thinking too much, being too sophisticated about understanding what belief is. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I think it just went over my head when I was little. And now that I know, now it's all about just believing, speaking things into existence. Like God said at the very beginning of the Bible, he said, let there be light. There was light. Why is all these stories in the Bible about people speaking stuff into the atmosphere and then, it manifesting like a prophecy? Why is people speaking these things in the Bible? I was asking myself, how is it that people can speak these things in the Bible, like all these kings and stuff of the earth that's in the Bible? Why was they saying this stuff and then it happening? What does that mean? I do not know what that means. And like I said, the more I began to learn on my journey and my path what that meant, I began to realize it's like, man, it's just like what we doing right here on the Infamous Living Room Network. It's like, we speaking stuff into existence. I am this. This is going to happen. This is going to happen in this year. Oh, 2 years from now, I'm going to do this. And then the prophecy was so. You ever read that part in the Bible with me? And the prophecy came about. And the prophecy was true. In the last year, he did die as he said he would. All kinds of just scary, spooky stuff in the Bible make you feel like you're going to hell. But you just learn those things differently, you know what I mean, when you grow up and you start to see life from a different perspective. It's like now when I look back in this Bible, I see a whole bunch of I see energy. I see people being in different vibrations. I see belief. Like I see belief, like people believing in stuff and then they actually wanting to manifest it in God helping them manifest it, because he is within everybody. And that's another thing, man, y'all gotta understand too. And I already know y'all know this because y'all REM team members. But and if you're not a REM team member, make sure you sign up. I keep telling y'all folks out there, if you're a subscriber, you better make sure you sign up, be a REM team member. I talk to REM team members regularly. You understand? We have phone conversations. We send text messages back and forth. We send emails, all kind of stuff with each other. So I highly suggest you to jump on board the ship and become a REM team member versus just being a subscriber who just watches. Okay? But anyway, I see a totally different Bible now when I read the Bible. Like, for instance, I'm going to read something coming out of Psalms. Just something random. Here you go. It says, those who go down to, this is Psalms chapter 107, verse 23. It says, those who go down to the sea in ships, who do business on great waters, they see the works of the Lord. Now, I'm going to stop that right there. Let's just say this. The Lord is basically the universe because the Lord created all things, right? Everything. Okay, Lord is the most powerful thing, all powerful thing ever. Okay, so it's cool to say that Lord means God, ruler over everything. Okay, so those who go down to the sea in ships, who do business on great waters, they see the works of the Lord. Now, seeing it from my perspective right now, what I'm seeing is people that actually go do business and carry out what they say they're going to do and actually go do it in faith, in belief that the manifestation is going to come, then they're going to see the wonders and the works of the Lord. It's as simple as that, folks. You see how easy I just translated that? With eyes that are open now and a body that's full of light. Y'all understand what I'm talking about out there. But anyway, like it's real good stuff, man. Like it's just real good stuff, man. And one of the stories that I like the most when it comes down to the Bible and how God was working miracles through this character called Jesus, who, if you ask me, I think it was just a symbolic figure, something for us to interpret it as us. It's us, we're like Jesus, because there is a scripture in the Bible, in the scriptures that says, like, Jesus stated out his mouth, those that come after me will be greater than me. Now, why would the Son of God, who they call the Son of God in this book, say something like that? Why would he say those that come after me will be better than me? Oh, he talking about me and you. He talking about me and you, and we are. Because if you look around in the world, look at all the things and the technology that we have. Steve Jobs was better than Jesus. But that same spirit that lived in Jesus, which was God, if you ask me, is God the creator of the universe, because the creator created God and Steve Jobs. So that spirit lives in both of them. But Steve Jobs created something that I didn't see in the Bible. And that's iPhones and stuff. That's computers and technology and stuff like that. I'm just saying, folks. I'm just saying. But and so one of my favorite stories in the scriptures was when, like, okay, it was like this big storm and they was out in the sea or whatever. They were out in the sea, right? Jesus was on the boat with a whole crew of people and they was out in the sea. And next thing you know, there come this big storm. Now, Jesus was down at the bottom of the boat asleep. Now, listen to the story. This is all about manifestation and stuff, what we're talking about. This is the law of attraction, folks, in a different way of understanding it, in ways that you can understand it, And so it was said that everybody was panicked. They was going crazy because the boat was rocking or whatever. The crew was going crazy. They thought the storm was going to over topsize the ship or whatever. But Jesus was still down there just asleep in the bottom of the boat. How was he asleep? What does this mean? See, I didn't understand what it means till the more I got on my spiritual journey and I started to see things from a different perspective. So, wait, they woke up Jesus, celebrity, famous Jesus. What should we do? It's a storm out there. They say in the Bible that Jesus got up and was like, basically, in today's words, basically Jesus said, why y'all tripping? What? Calm down. Y'all doing too much. I'm trying to sleep down here. It ain't like y'all ain't never seen a storm before. We gonna be good. And you know what that story reminds? And then this is what happened after. So Jesus, I think he went on top of the boat and the storm stopped. And Jesus was like, see, y'all gotta be at peace. See, now, if you ask me, that story can be interpreted many different ways. And the way I would interpret is how you trying to do something positive, you trying to be at peace with yourself and your life or whatever, and then you go through your day and a whole bunch of negative people is around you and talking junk and being negative and all this and that. You gotta do like Jesus did. You gotta still be at peace. Because this is how you manifest things, just like how Jesus manifested the peace to come in the storm clouds. Peace came and it was back peaceful again. So it's symbolic, it's metaphoric. It's dark sayings. It's parables, folks. Everything in the Bible is like parables. It tells you a story, but it wants you to interpret it for something that's going on in your life. You see what I'm saying? And so when you want to manifest things, folks, you got to make sure you keep that peace. Like as Jesus was sleeping down on the bottom of the boat at peace. No matter if you're going through storms in life and things aren't going good, things aren't going right. That story is telling you if you are able to just keep that peace, you're still going to manifest the thing you're going to want to manifest. You're still going to want to manifest the thing that you want to manifest. And this is one of the last stories I'm going to tell y'all about before I get up off of here, though. Because this is some good stuff, and I don't want to get too deep in it because I can go all day with this topic, REM Team. Give me a thumbs up. Look, my battery thing done came on. But give me a thumbs up, folks, if you like this message and if it resonates with you. But one of the best stories I like in the Bible when I was growing up that I used to read when I was religious or whatever was when Jesus, walked on the water. It said that he was walking on water. He was walking on water. Like I said, when I was young, I pictured Jesus, a man, walking on the ocean, like literally walking on the water. But when I grew up and I had a different perspective on life, I seen it different. I'm like, oh, so basically what the story meant was you gotta just get out there and just know that everything is gonna go well for you, and you just know that the creator of the universe is always gonna carry you on this water, which everything below the water may be just negative stuff or whatever. It could just be negative energy. How was he walking on water and the people back on the boat was like, how does he do it? What does that mean? See the people that are always around Jesus is always people who don't believe. People who don't believe that their manifestations will work. People who don't believe in acting on their manifestations. People who just say they want to do things but don't really never do it. People who just say, they want to start a business. They got an idea, but they just want to stay on the boat and just look at people do their thing. But the whole time, they fail to realize you can walk on water and get all the things that you want. Why would you continue to fish over here if you ain't catching no fish? That was another story in there. Why would you continue? The man was like, I ain't catching no fish, Jesus. I ain't catching no fish. Jesus so cool and so simple, just like me. Jesus like, well, cast your net to the right side of the lake, duh. Like, why you still fishing over here? If it ain't no fish over, listen, sir. If it's not fish over here in this area and you're not catching anything, okay, wind it back in. Cast it to this side. You may catch something, okay? And don't fishermen do that. If they ain't catching nothing over here, they throw it over there. They throw it back there. They ride the boat down the river a little bit. They throw something down there. Eventually, you catch some fish. Okay, so, man, this is some good stuff, REM Team, man. I don't think I got too deep in it. I'm already 23 minutes into the video, but I thank y'all so much for watching. Again, folks, no negative comments. This is just my personal experience on the Bible and God and Jesus and stuff like that, but it's all designed to help us. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna end it off like this, folks. Once again, all religions are good religions because they all have the same mission, and that's to make yourself better so that you can make other people's lives better and the world a better place. That's the mission of all religions if you do it right. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why most people are in the religions they in is not because they know different from me and you. They were just from a different culture on another side of the world where different things go on versus things that go on in your neighborhood with your people. It's very simple. It's really common sense. And REM Team members, I'm not talking about y'all, but a lot of people out there do not understand common sense, because it's not that common. You understand what I'm saying? But I know y'all dig this video. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up, folks. If you want to talk to me personally and you want to become a REM Team member versus being a subscriber, let's get connected, folks. Let's get connected. I've been waiting to talk to you. I think y'all be scared. Some of y'all scared to talk to me. Some of y'all scared to talk to me, but it's okay. You're going to end up wanting to get my phone number eventually. Oh, yeah. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.